Good day and hello fellow viewers. First of all, this video presentation is made for an assignment under the unit Chemistry. This is a group work and the team consists of Grace, Louis and I, Kevin. So as all of you can see, this is the topic for our assignment. Hydrogen fuel cell cannot replace fossil fuel internal combustion engine for road transportation. This is the preview of our presentation. I will be covering the introduction section all the way to the first point of the argument. Grace will be covering the second argument point and Louis will be covering the rest. What exactly is hydrogen fuel cell? Hydrogen fuel cell is one of the alternative sources of energy for vehicles. Seagull 2012 says that fuel cells have already been present for a long period of time in this world. According to the article, What is a hydrogen fuel cell? Hydrogen fuel cells can convert chemical energy into electricity. We often hear about fossil fuels, but do we really know what they are? According to a source, Science Daily, hydrocarbons, mainly coal, fuel oil or natural gas, make up fossil fuels from the remains of dead plants and animals. These are the three main points why hydrogen fuel cell cannot replace fossil fuel for road transportation. Firstly, hydrogen is not easily obtained. Secondly, the inconvenience of hydrogen storage, and lastly, hydrogen is very costly. For my first point of argument, according to Seagull, hydrogen fuel cell cannot replace fossil fuel because hydrogen fuel is not easily obtained. Hydrogen does not exist in nature in its original state, and it must be created or produced using other different sources. According to an article, What is Hydrogen Energy? Hydrogen gas requires a lot of work to be extracted from other elements and is not a viable source of fuel for everyone at the moment. Kuziora 2008 says that 95% of hydrogen present in the United States is made either using processes that is generated by fossil fuels or extracted from fossil fuels. At this point, it is significant that hydrogen cannot work independently and still greatly depends on fossil fuel to be powered. Hydrogen also requires a very long period of time to be produced, as technology today is still not capable of reducing the complication of the process. In an article, Fossil Fuels, Their Advantages and Disadvantages, it is stated that fossil fuel power stations can be constructed in almost any location, unlike hydrogen fuel cell station. This is because hydrogen is not easy to be transported as their particles are too tiny and discrete. That marks the end of the first point. I will now pass the session to my fellow teammate, Grace.
Thank you, Kevin. Inconvenience of hydrogen storage. Hydrogen requires high pressure to store and transport it due to its low energy density. According to Florida Solar Energy Center 2007, hydrogen must be stored at high pressure, approximately 5,000 to 10,000 psi, in composite cylinders. One of the major disadvantages of gaseous storage is the small amount of hydrogen stored under the same circumstance. Even under 70 megapascal pressure, the energy content of hydrogen, 4.4 megajoule per liter, is greatly shadowed in comparison to the same volume of gasoline, 31 megajoule per liter. Leakage of hydrogen gas will have detrimental impacts. Hydrogen is highly flammable and it has no smell. As a result, if we wish to use hydrogen as fuel, a sensor which used to detect a leakage before hydrogen can combust is required. Hydrogen is also highly flammable and highly explosive. Therefore, strict safety protocols and constant monitoring is mandatory to ensure safety at all times. From the graph, it shows that it needs higher pressure to compress hydrogen. According to Florida Solar Energy Center 2007, hydrogen must be stored at extremely low temperature of negative 253 degrees Celsius. Liquid hydrogen, which is the preferred form of hydrogen when used as fuel, poses a significant storage problem. according to Krushny 2012. Hydrogen becomes liquid only at very low temperature. Thus, tanks have to be designed to withstand low temperature. Subsequently, a cooling system is required to maintain hydrogen in the liquid state and prevent losses. Liquid hydrogen takes up to 4 times the volume compared to gasoline. Fuel stations will require a much bigger storage for the long-term storage. Other than that, vehicles will also require a bigger tank to hold enough fuel, or fuel will be insufficient for long journeys. Another issue that we are facing now is the need to provide enough refueling stations to supply all the hydrogen-powered cars throughout the country if hydrogen has replaced petrol. Hydrogen is hard to move around. This is due to the size of the molecule is too small, thus it is too hard to transport in a reasonable fashion. As compared to petrol can be sent through pipelines and coal can be carried in the back dump trucks. Thus it is hard to build refueling stations for hydrogen fuel as it is hard to transfer from one place to another place.
Moving on, I would like to talk about the cost of hydrogen energy is too expensive. According to Sjogren 2013, great amounts of the costly metal platinum are required in the production of the compounds in the fuel cells, and this hydrogen is very limited, which makes it more expensive. Furthermore, fuel cells require a high amount of it in order to produce the desired amount of energy. In the process where hydrogen gas and oxygen gas are converted to water to power the fuel cells, platinum is used as the stimulant to speed up the chemical process. Currently, 50 to 100 grams of platinum is required to move a car. Moreover, Blanco 2009 stated that the amount of costly platinum that is needed in fuel cell is one of the common criticisms of hydrogen fuel cells because hydrogen is very limited, which makes it more expensive. Hydrogen gas also requires a lot of work to extract it from other elements. The cost of hydrogen is estimated at Rm 17 ringgit 99 cents per kilogram. As conclusion, hydrogen fuel cell cannot replace fossil fuel internal combustion engine for road transportation, as it is not easily obtained because it does not exist in an original state. It takes a lot of time to produce. Inconvenience of hydrogen storage as it requires high pressure and a bulky tank to store as well as extremely low temperature. Lack of refueling station will be a huge problem as hydrogen is hard to move due to its molecules are too small, and to store hydrogen there are too much requirements need to be fulfilled. Lastly, hydrogen is also costly as it requires platinum to speed up the production of hydrogen. As hydrogen does not exist in an original state, the extraction of hydrogen needs a lot of work. Thank you for watching.